come quietly or there will be trouble.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Perfect.
Oh boy, we're gonna have a swell time tonight.
Hello, welcome back to A Boring Revolution, your number one news source for everything in regards to the Boring Company. Coming back with another episode, one of my favourite talking points, which is the Resorts World project, which continues to see good progress. There was a little bit of anticipation in regards to Phase 2B, which we were unsure whether that was going to start at the beginning of this year or whether there's going to be another project in between, but it looks like we've had some progress on site, and I'm pleased to say it is definitely starting up. So why don't we review the pictures that have been submitted by a good friend of the channel, and things are looking good. But before we do that, I had some criticism in my previous video, and I'm happy to say that I didn't quite do things as well as I could have done, and people were complaining, hey, where is this work taking place? You know, what specific location is being developed at this moment in time? And as you can see on our diagram here, we have the Las Vegas Convention Center West Hall, which is the newest extension to the convention center. This is the big new building where all kind of the best conferences take place now, alongside the existing facilities. So if you look up here in the north, we have what is becoming one of kind of the new major stations in the loop, which is the Riviera station. We have our Resorts World Casino, where we have our kind of L-shaped junction here at the moment, and then we have the West Station, which was the most westward station in the Las Vegas Convention Center loop. So most of the work is taking place in this location at this very moment in time. As you can see, the area here in yellow, that's going to be the new tunnel. I can't remember off the top of my head how long this tunnel is going to be, because I've not ran the numbers for it. I think it's less than 450 meters in length, somewhere in that kind of ballpark. But as you can see, this circular system is a one-way system. It runs in a clockwise manner as such, and then vehicles go up here. Currently it runs in two directions, but the safest option is to run it in one direction, in this kind of circular motion here, and that's what we'll see hopefully in around June, July, when this project hopefully will be fully integrated into the overall system. Just to kind of confirm that, we have a blown up view of the large Las Vegas plan, which includes all 50 new stations, but I've just zoomed into the area which is most applicable to what I'm going to show you today. So as you can see, the area in purple solid line is the existing Las Vegas Convention Center loop, which, as you all know, was finished on budget, on time, and has been able to meet the capacity requirements of the convention center, has moved over 90,000 occupants at the Consumer Electronics Show 2023. Don't hear many people from the Tesla Q community talking about that, because ultimately they were wrong. Same goes for all you train nerds as well. So what is going on? Where is it happening? So this is like a pre-construction overview on Google Maps. As you can see, this area is undeveloped, which basically means this picture was taken in like 2008, I believe. So where is this? This is this bit here. Just to let you know that the Westgate Casino, which is, I believe, this one here, I think, will get its own connection at some point along this road. But we've not seen any plans, so we don't know what's happening. But there you go. The area in yellow is the loop, essentially. So Here is some imagery from December 2022. As you can see, we have our props in our excavation here, only supported on one side. Very bizarre way of doing it, but hey. Ring beam is in there, and we can see the top of our TBM here, bottom right hand side, and this area was excavated. The TBM was removed from the shaft, and then they proceeded to fill it in, which I found quite surprising because obviously there's a cost incurred there, and they made everything look all nice and neat and tidy for the Consumer Electronics Show, which kind of told me that maybe this project was going to be delayed for a few months. That could not be further from the truth. They have reopened the excavation and have begun constructing this launch pit. I'm absolutely certain now that this is a launch pit. I'm willing to put that on record. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but it does occasionally happen. As you can see, this area here has been excavated. You're probably wondering where these steel kind of vertical columns have come from. They're actually cropping these piles, which are, as you can see, there's a series of piles that run around the perimeter of the excavation. They act as a retaining wall, which ensures that there's no kind of collapse of this excavation, and they're cropping those. I assume that they're doing that because they then want to cut these down, or possibly even install a concrete ring beam in situ, and then that will provide additional support for the finished structure that's obviously an underground structure. This is a better image. As you can see, our concrete CFA piles are under here and they're still covered over. This whole site here will be developed into a launch pit. We'll see our TBM go in there. At the back end of the machine will be assembled, I'm assuming, behind that site, including the conveyor belt system, which has a good approach angle for this particular project. As you can see, Resorts World is up here, by the way. They're connecting up to somewhere over in this location here. So they're going to go down this road. Okay, so what's going to happen, when's it going to happen, and how long is it going to take? So as you can see, they have some trucks here removing the spoil, and that will continue over the next week or so. They'll continue to crop all these piles around the outside. All these piles, including on this side as well, will be cropped. Unsure what they will then do after that, because I just don't have access to any of the plans, but we will follow that as and when new information comes to light. They will excavate down in this area to a depth of around 27 to 30 feet. I'm guessing in that kind of ballpark, maybe let's say 25 to 30 feet. Once they get to that depth, they will then install the cradle or the ramp for proof rock, the TBM, and then they'll begin installing the back end of that machine, and then they'll calibrate that machine, and then they will begin boring. To get to the stage where they begin boring, the actual tunnel is going to take them around possibly 3 to 4 weeks from today, I'm guessing. I'd be very surprised if it's more than 5 weeks. So let's say 3 to 5 weeks is a good ballpark figure. If this is under 450 meters, which I'm pretty confident it is, it should take them less than 2 months to construct this tunnel. Possibly a lot less than 2 months, but we'll have to see. As and when that TBM is going to start, again, we'll have to wait for ongoing imagery. But why do I particularly like this site here? Also, why did they not just continue the TBM? So if you remember, the TBM entered here at this angle. This angle is no good. Is no good for this system, because the turning radius of a TBM is fairly limited. Certainly the machine that they're using at the moment, you know, if they tried to turn this TBM, that they would probably end up underneath this building and possibly even that building as well. So they can't do that. So what they've done is removed that TBM. It probably required some maintenance as well, which they have been doing over the last month or so. TBM will go into this launch pit at this angle, exactly this angle, and then it will continue down the road as such. So the actual radius of that curve, it'll probably even go over here. So the radius of that curve will be perfect for that TBM. It's working well within its parameters, and then it will just continue down this road at a very straight line. And the actual reception shaft over here is already set up with the ramp, and they just have to break through, and they'll be breaking through at that exact angle, so everything's set up perfectly. This is great news, because this system is a little bit what's the word for it? It feels a little bit limited at the moment until they get this last stage finished, and then they can connect it up. There'll probably be a ramp here as well, by the way, just to let you know. I haven't got the plans, so I can't tell you exactly, but where the old TBM came through here, they'll just connect it up at 45 degrees to the new tunnel. Yeah, so this is all good news. So you have some additional steels here as well, which leads me to believe they will extend this excavation, but I could be wrong. But we'll have to see. Like I say, there's a lot of guesswork when you've not got plans there. But overall, progress is excellent. This is going to be a good project to watch over the next sort of 5 months or so. Given that this is like a kind of a closed system, and there's quite a few straight lines in it, you'd anticipate that the operating speeds in this system linking up to Resorts World could potentially, theoretically, go as high as, let's say, 60 miles per hour, but I'm guessing they'll probably be around 55 miles per hour at the highest. But we'll have to see. So this is looking good. This project is progressing nicely. More photos are going to come, and I'll keep you posted on it. Hopefully they also finish the work further up from this site at Riviera Station as well. Yeah, thanks for tuning, guys. Hope you liked the video. If you've not already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel, and put a comment on the video. Tell me what you think about the recent kind of progress. What you think about kind of the way they've done this by kind of sealing up the excavation and reopening it again. Ultimately, there is a costing incurred there, but I'm guessing that for CES they wanted things to be nice and neat and tidy, and you know, that cost was a necessary one. If you've not already done so, subscribe to me on Patreon, and consider following me on Twitter and using our Discord server as well. Patreons, as always, thanks very much for supporting the channel. Really do appreciate your support, and hopefully it will continue long into the future. Thanks to our newest Patreon, George P, and Harry as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and remember, guys, don't be boring. I will see you on the next one, and you take care. Good night, everyone.